G'day Natakue, how you keeping, man? Had to weigh in on your video here about done with G-Dub. I watched both parts and at the end you said what your comments, posted video or some other sort of response. Here is my video. Totally agree with you, man. After having owned the game store for 2.5 years and seeing prices of Games Workshop stuff from a business point of view and the impact that it had on my customers continually increase each year, it's difficult from a business point of view to retain customers and keep them buying when the same product that they bought last year is now more expensive. I mean, as you said, Games Workshop is a business. They obviously have their reasons, etc., for these annual price rises, but as a retailer and as a consumer, I find it crazy. You were relating back to when you got into the hobby or when you started getting back into the hobby your second go around 7 years back. I remember, 15 years back when I was playing Fantasy Battle, collecting Undead at that stage. There was no Vampire Counts, there was no Tomb Kings, it was Undead. And you could get a box of Skeleton Warriors. In fact, you used to be able to get a Horde box. Can't quite remember how many were in there, but I used to be able to get a box of skeletons, 20 of them in the box. 20? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 20. May have been more. I certainly know it wasn't 10 like it is now. 20 of them for 30 bucks. Now, oh my god, hey, check it out. Vampire Count Skeletons, 41 bucks for 10 of them. It's crazy. It really is madness for little plastic toy soldiers. And I mean, towards the end of the shop I was getting real grumpy and wandering around saying, look, you guys are just playing. I mean, the seriousness that some people take this hobby is ridiculous. I mean, after all, we're grown men playing with little plastic toy soldiers, and bloody well expensive plastic toy soldiers at that. There's other games out there, there's other companies out there. I mean, you said 40k is a good game system. Great. That's your opinion, man. I'm not a 40k enthusiast. I think it's a crap system, and it's only getting crapper. Bring it on, 40k people. Shoot me down in the comments below like I give a crap. But I think it's a terrible game system. It's full of holes. Half the game is spent reinterpreting rules, and I guess the enthusiasts love it, and that's why they love it. But I don't like the game system. 40k fantasy, I have a bias towards because I prefer fantasy, given that I haven't played 8th edition, maybe 2 games I've played of it, despite the fact that I have 4 massively huge armies for it. I totally agree with you, man. I'm way over Games Workshop. I was way over them ages ago. I think they just have this weird sort of aura about them that keep people talking about them, that keep people buying their stuff. But as you mentioned, you go into Infinity. As you can see, I've got a whole bunch of Infinity stuff hanging around from when I had the shop. Heaps of it. I've got a Haq Islam Force for Infinity. I've got to get around to painting that up. Played a few games. I really enjoy that game system. It's a D10 based game system. It's good. It has good mechanics. It's fun. It's fast. It's furious. I love these figures from Eldorado. I haven't played a game of them, but I love them. I've looked around on YouTube and found Paint With Trash's a couple of videos about Eldorado. This is another cool looking, well, the figures are cool. I've read the starter rules until I play a game. I don't know what it's like. But just to give you an example, that's 30 bucks. And you get 5 figures in here. And your quick start rules. That's all you need to play this game. 30 bucks from Games Workshop wouldn't even buy me 10 plastic, and these are metal figures, 10 plastic skeletons to start Warhammer. Vampire Counts, 41 bucks here in Australia for 10 skeletons. That's not even enough for a unit. Versus 30 bucks for a full crew. Same deal with Malifaux. You get a whole crew, 40 bucks, 45 bucks. You get your whole crew and you can start playing. Yeah, you can add a few miniatures to it, another 2 or 3 miniatures, and you've got yourself a reasonable crew. You're not spending $700, $800, or like I did when I closed my shop. I spent what, $2,500 on a Bretonian army. Fucking massive army. I'll show it to you later on. It's all sitting there assembled. Given myself a year and a half to paint it. But I mean, what's the point in spending that sort of money on little plastic toy soldiers? That's just going to sit there. I'm going to do nothing with it. It's just going to sit there. I'm going to paint it. It's going to look pretty. I'll make a little display. When I could sit down, I could paint 5 figures for $30, play a fun game and enjoy myself. What else do I have hanging around here? Shitloads of stuff. There's so many small little independent skirmish games out there. I mean, me and Scott showed Pulp City before. I mentioned Malifaux, that's another great one. Infinity, oh jeez. Now that I've been out of the shop for 3 months, everything's dying out straight out of my brain, but there's so many. I mean, Mantic Games with their Kings of War, and they now released their Warpath. Again, that's an army scale game, but they're cheap. This obsession with Games Workshop, it baffles me. It really, really does. I don't understand it. So look, I don't want to drag on. I could drag on, but I don't think anyone's interested in hearing about it. I just couldn't be fucked typing anything back to you, Natakue. I just wanted to put a couple of words out there in a video you can sit back and watch. So look, good luck, man. I'm really looking forward to seeing the Infinity stuff. Like I mentioned, I want to sit down over the next month or 2 months, maybe paint up my Haq Islam figures for Infinity. I've probably got, I don't know, maybe 15 of them that were given to me by one of the club members before I closed the store. Try and get me into Infinity, and it worked. I really enjoyed the game. I want to paint those up, so I'd be interested to see what you come out with, man. I've always enjoyed watching your painting videos in the past. I think you're a talented painter, so I'm looking forward to seeing some of your Infinity figures. Hopefully it gets me inspired every now and then to crack out one of mine and paint it. Good luck trying to get rid of your Games Workshop stuff. There'll always be buyers for it. Like I mentioned, there's strange aura about Games Workshop. Anyway, mate, that's about it from me.